Hey guys, North Polo here. Pretty much welcome to another goddamn video. So let's get right into this. So pretty much this video is going to be on, why not, Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid has to be one of my favorite franchises of all time. It's pretty damn great. So let's just get into this shit right now. Come on, we're all gonna die one day. Might as well.
In my restless dreams,
For those who do not know, Metal Gear is pretty much a gaming franchise that started in, I'm pretty sure, like 85 or somewhere around that line. And pretty much it's just been, it was the first stealth game, actually no, except for Escape from Castle Wolfenstein. I think that came a little bit before, but theoretically it was one of the first stealth games. Oh, and I just looked it up and pretty much, yeah, this is Metal Gear's 30th anniversary, so let's just give a round of applause to Kojima and everyone who's worked on that shit, so yeah. But as I was saying, it's just a great franchise. Started with Metal Gear, went to Metal Gear 2. I'm pretty sure, actually no, there was an NES port for the original Metal Gear, and then there was 2 Metal Gear 2s. Then it went to Solid 2, and then just kept on going until Metal Gear 5. Well, Metal Gear Solid 5, and then eventually Metal Gear survived that. I know it's kind of going against Kojima, and I know it's kind of going to be like not really a Metal Gear game, but the Fox engine is really damn good. So I'm actually still excited for it. I think it'd be a great damn game, and a great time at that. So, with that out of the way, let's get into why the games are so good, starting with the story.
in my restless dreams,
So Metal Gear's story is pretty damn massive. It is pretty damn confusing to the average viewer, and in general, it is just a mindfuck. So let's try to get into this. So pretty much Metal Gear's story revolves around this organization called the Patriots, and they're pretty much equivalent to the Illuminati, kind of pulling the strings of the American government, and just in general, just being, yeah, freeman pieces of shit. Yeah, so the numerous protagonists in this franchise don't really like being controlled like puppets because they're all military men. And yeah, so they kind of stand up and they take down the Patriots by the end of the franchise. And I know that's very brief, that's like I'm trying to very like narrow it down. I don't really want to go into like game plots in general. Actually, I could do that. So it all starts with Metal Gear. That's pretty much Solid Snake, his first mission. He goes into the Outer Heaven base, and he finds out that his mentor and his boss, Big Boss, is pretty much running Outer Heaven, a group of mercenaries. And at the end, he kills Big Boss, but for the sequel, he finds out that actually that was not Big Boss, that was a man named Venom Snake that pretty much got facial reconstruction surgery to look exactly like Big Boss. So, in actuality, he just killed Venom Snake. But for the sequel, yeah, he actually supposedly does kill Venom Snake, and it's all happy. Until Metal Gear Solid, where pretty much a man named Liquid Snake is pretty much trying to steal Metal Gear for his own fucking reasons, and Snake stops him, of course. But then this gets into Metal Gear Solid 2. This game's plot revolves around a man named Raiden. Raiden is pretty much sent to Big Shell, an oil facility in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And yeah, so he goes there, and pretty much there are terrorists holding the president captive, and pretty much it turns out that it was just a big plan to get Metal Gear to go after the Patriots. So this is the first time the Patriots are kind of mentioned in the franchise, and then this kind of leads into the more mindfuck parts of the franchise that we're about to get into, with Metal Gear Solid 3, but that's kind of like a nice escape from the mindfucks. Metal Gear Solid 3 is pretty straightforward. You're just playing as Big Boss on his pretty much first mission, I'm pretty sure. He isn't Big Boss yet, he's just a man named Naked Snake, and he needs to go into a Russian facility to steal pretty much the predecessor to Metal Gear, and in general just kind of fuck the Russian shit up, because this groups of Russians pretty much blamed America for sending a nuclear warhead to Russia. So now Big Boss pretty much needs to clear all this up by gathering information while stopping them from getting a hold of, it's called like the Shagohod or something like that. It's a predecessor to Metal Gear. So yeah, Big Boss needs to cover that up, and then also he needs to destroy the Shagohod, and also he needs to kill his old mentor, the boss, who has pretty much defected to Russia. So I'm not even going to attempt to explain Metal Gear Solid 4 because that is just, ooh, it's crazy, and so I'm just going to leave that be. If you want to know about Metal Gear Solid 4, play the rest of the games and then go to Metal Gear Solid 4. It's a great ass game. 7 hours of fucking cutscenes, but in general, it's pretty great. But then we get to Metal Gear Solid 5. That pretty much goes back to Snake, Boss, and now he's actually, no, it's not really Big Boss now. This is actually the story of Venom Snake, the person that you kill in the first Metal Gear. It pretty much tells his rise and fall, and pretty much his life right before Metal Gear. It's good ass shit. So at this point, it seems that Metal Gear Solid 5 is probably the final game in the Metal Gear franchise. That's kind of goddamn sad because Konami pretty much just fucked over Kojima, and that's not good. Kojima should be one of the most respected, he is one of the most respected artists in the whole industry. He just doesn't deserve to be fucking thrown to the side like a fucking dog. That's bullshit. Fuck you, Konami, for doing that shit. With that out of the way, let me explain why this plot works. And pretty much this plot is just very layered and it's very in-depth, and it just kind of makes you think, and that's what I like enjoying a plot. I like plots that are more than just a single plot. It's an idea, it's a concept that makes you think, and a lot of what happens in Metal Gear actually does happen in the real world. I guarantee there is some sort of body like the Patriots that's controlling it all, and I guarantee a lot of this, like, goes on in the outside that you never hear because you're just citizens, and citizens can't be trusted with power or knowledge. It's also in many ways badass, and it's just a great plot for an amazing franchise. But let's see the second part of that amazing franchise, the gameplay.
In my restless dreams,
Let's just start off with the basics. Metal Gear Solid is a stealth game. For those who don't know, a stealth game is just a game where instead of getting into direct confrontation, you're supposed to stealthily either take out your enemies or just go away. You don't have to kill them. And Metal Gear really drives on this stealth. And I'm just going to warn you, if you're some Call of Duty 9-year-old that is pretty much just so hopped up on, you're just so hopped up on Adderall, and you're just having that adrenaline, you have the attention span of a fucking goldfish, you're not going to like Metal Gear Solid, because it does take a lot of patience, and it takes some quick thinking and a little bit of strategy. But for people who actually want to think and have a good experience, yeah, try it out, definitely. Another thing I love about this franchise is the way how you can approach things in many different ways. Especially in the later games, there are so many ways to approach things. If you could go guns blazing, you might not have the greatest results, but you could. Or you could just stealthily sneak away, or you could stealthily take out a couple, then just finish them off with your assault rifle or shotgun. And this works because, in general, it just gives something a little bit of everything. There's no single way to play old segment Metal Gear. It's all up to you to pick a more stealthy approach, to use different gadgets every time. And this even applies to the boss battles, and these boss battles are some of my favorites to ever be in gaming in general. And these boss battles pretty much they give you the freedom to do whatever you want to defeat the enemies. Especially in games like Metal Gear Solid 3, you're given open terms. Like, there are just so many ways you can take down an enemy, and there's so many ways you can take down a boss, and that's just great. I think the best example of this is the final boss battle in Metal Gear Solid 3, where you fight the boss. And pretty much in this fight, there are numerous ways that you can take down the boss. Pretty much you could either A, hide behind the trees in the arena and just snipe her. You could B, actually go up to her and try to out-CQC her. Or 3, you could just use a shotgun, and every time she charges to you, just shoot her with the shotgun. See, I just named 3 ways off the top of my head that are each extremely different. Compare that to, like, Call of Duty or any other gaming franchise. most gaming franchise, there's only a cell way you could complete the area. In Call of Duty, especially in its campaigns, the only way to get farther is to just kill enemies or let your allies kill them for you. And I think I'm gonna end the video there, yeah. So that was the video. Thank you for watching. I'd really enjoy it if you like, commented, or subscribed, and just maybe reply down below your favorite Metal Gear game. Still a conversation, why not? We're gonna die one day. Yeah, so I am North Provolone, and yeah, just stay enlightened. See ya.